Hello everyone, I hope you're well, and as always, a very warm welcome to my subscribers. Today I would like to share my first impressions with the Z Fold 7. This is going to be my first foldable. I got this specifically for my development. I have my own app on the Play Store, and I've never had a foldable, and I just wanted to also test my app and also maybe try a foldable for the first time. I've heard a lot of good reviews about this phone, so let's unbox this and see, and I'll give you my first impressions. I think it's quite minimal. There's just going to be a cable in here. That's going to be about it. Yeah, that's it. And then you have the notice and the warranty and other things. And you got your SIM remover. So that's out of the way. So the first impressions are good. This is a very, I still have to peel off the main screen's cover here that comes with it. So as you can see, this is a very, very thin and well built phone. I'm just going to put back the autofocus here. I hope you can see this well. So this is, I believe, I can't remember the exact name, but this is the black version. I think it's called Jet Black. So a lot of them are, as you must have seen, they're mostly blue on the other awesome videos that are out there from other reviewers. I just like my black, so I went for this jet black color. It looks very slick. Let's have a quick compare with my S24 Ultra right here. I think a lot of you will be interested to like kind of see the difference between the two devices. Now, I'm filming right now with the Xperia 1 Mark V, and if you saw my other review on it, one of the complaints that I had about that Xperia 1 is specifically that the phone was very narrow, and that's why I kind of couldn't like keep it more than a year as my main driver. I felt a bit limited because I find that this width is just perfect on the S24. I've got, I think, maybe above average sized hands. But let's see, I'm going to make you a quick comparison here and show you. So there is a bit of a difference. That's a notable difference in terms of width. I wouldn't say that, it's close, but we'll see. Let's see. So let's see the height. So the S24 Ultra is taller, as you can see right here. But that's okay because the S24 Ultra does not have the secret weapon that is this dual screen on this. So let's remove this too. So let's turn this on right here. So interestingly enough, I've just launched two browsers, and so unfortunately it won't play two videos at the same time. I was hoping that it would play two videos at the same time in two different browsers, but it's not doing that. But the experience is still pretty sweet because you can really resize this to whatever size you want. So this is pretty good. And I'm guessing that if I wanted to obviously put in some other app here, that would work also without a problem, and it is. So this is excellent. I must say, I must give it to the engineers at Samsung. Like, they have done a pretty bang on job in terms of designing this phone, and it feels premium. There's no doubt in that. This is a very, very nice phone. But once again, we'll see. I can't really say from now. Like, I can just tell you that the phone is great build quality, and I will be coming back to you on camera quality and everything. Of course, a lot of people have already reviewed it, so maybe I'll look at it from a different angle to bring you some more value, or at least angles that I did not see of specifically around the multitasking, because this is like one of the reasons why also motivated me to get this, because personally use a lot. I read a lot, books on my phone specifically, so I'm hoping that when I'll be able to install the Kindle, actually, you know what? I'm going to install the Kindle here, so let's do this. All right, so now I'm back. I've logged into my Kindle account. So for example, let's take this book here and overall see how the experience is. So this is how it would look when I'd be using the main screen here, which, to be fair, I think it's readable at the normal font at which or size I use regularly. And so if I open this like so, yeah, definitely this is, of course, the much better way to consume content. And normally I should be able to, let's say, open a browser here next to it. This is fantastic because of the sheer size. So if I was like, let's say they're trying to learn a language, then I would be able to also take notes here because this could be swapped very easily with the Notes app. So yeah, overall this is good. Now, I know I'm beating a dead horse here. Now, of course, the S Pen is not here, and I think that this device is definitely made to be, used as a notepad, like a physical notepad on which you would write with your pen. So it's very unfortunate that, that they decided not to. Attends, mais je ne comprends pas ces sociétés qui font que de la merde, mais bon, c'est pas grave. So, rant over. It's a pity that the S Pen is not here, and yeah, I'm not using it like 24/7 on my S24, but like or even earlier today, I took it out just to draw something and scribble and show it to someone in the store. So yeah, it will be missed. I hope that in the Fold 8 they will bring it back, or at least give us the option to buy it on the side and be able to use it. I know some people have used a more capacitive type pen on it, but still, it's there's no excuse here. I'm not going to say that it's a good thing, but if they hadn't, for me, to be fair, the Ultra line has an S Pen, not the Fold. The Ultra was the first one to introduce, actually, the Note, to be correct. The Note line was the one who brought in the pens. So if they had never brought a pen here, I wouldn't have been that much bothered. But because initially they've always had also the pen here, and of course it makes sense, like when you have such a big screen, you want a pen. So sometimes like Samsung does some Samsung, right? It's like, I'm sorry I'm doing a bit of a rant here, but my S22 was a great phone overall, but their Exynos processor, I haven't forgotten, it was a complete utter nonsense processor. And I'm really glad that they put a Gen 3 Snapdragon in here. And in here is the Elite chip, so this should be even better. And actually, I'm gonna install a game here just to, you guys can also get an impression, and even I can get an impression with you at the same time. So, and I can just see how slippery this phone is. Like even the S24 Ultra for me was very is still slippery. I mean, I just use my phones always because I do drop them every now and then. So I'm really glad I have a case for this. Get a case because this one's feels even more slipperier than the S24 because man, this thing is so thin. It is just so thin. And I get it from a point of view, like if they remove the S Pen, although I don't want to cut them any slack, if they remove the S Pen just to make it, because let's take out the S Pen here, right? I mean, I'm taking out here the S Pen of my S24 Ultra. Literally, so just FYI, guys, right? Literally, the height of the S Pen is the height of one screen when this phone is unfolded. Literally, like the pen is as high as the screen of the phone. Like, so no wonder, I understand that from this perspective, right? No wonder they didn't put an S Pen in here because there is no space. But you could still make the screen a digitizer and then just provide the S Pen and just tell people, look, buy a case or do whatever you want, and that would have been okay. That definitely would have been okay, because when you have such a big phone, like with screens like this, you want to have a light phone still, right? To make it so that it's usable. So yeah. So no, S Pen. That's Samsung just being a Samsung again. So let's. I'm gonna log in to and just compare. So here I'm gonna be just showing you first how the game looks on the S24 Ultra. So let's go. And this is how the game looks on the Z Fold compared to the S24 Ultra and with the when playing with on the main screen. Definitely, the screen is less wider, but nevertheless, this is definitely much more playable, much more than the Xperia 1 Mark V, which was, I believe, even a bit more narrower in terms of width. So I think that this was a good choice, definitely, to have increased the width. I personally think, though, still that maybe a couple of millimeters smaller than the S24 Ultra size, I think it personally is the best size. Maybe shaving off 2 or 3 millimeters, maybe tops. But overall, I think that this phone could be a bit more wider, and I think that would still be okay. But we'll see. I mean, it's a different thing seeing a phone for a short amount of time and then using it as a daily driver. So we'll see. All right, so let's see how this game looks on the Z Fold 7 compared to the S24 Ultra. So one of the nice things compared to the S24 is that, as you can see, this is taking the full screen compared to the S24. So I was hoping that maybe, I was hoping it would be like this and not like having big bands. So this is great. So the gameplay is very smooth, which is nice.
Enemy contact. Changing mag. Taking the lead. yourself harder. That's how it's done in Motown. I hope this isn't your best, Batman. Fun's only starting. There's no place to hide. Other Titans all make the same mistake.
So now I'm going to show you a quick video also of the gameplay of Wild Rift, another very popular game, um, which is coming from the world of League of Legends. All right, so now let's have a look when it's unfolded.
First turret destroyed.
As long as this form lives, I will punish them.
Shut down. Double kill.
I must destroy even hope.
Shut down. Enemy double kill. Ally slain.
For this, I will end.
Slain. Aced.
For my imprisonment, they will suffer.
Enemy slain. Double quadra kill. Rampage. Enemy turret destroyed. Slain an enemy.
Okay, now we're going to look at the brightness difference between both phones and just to give it a better appreciation. So S24 Ultra is on the right, the Z Fold 7 is on the left. I've put full brightness on both devices, and right now the screen mode is vivid on both devices. So now we're going to go onto a website. Let's say here, we're going to go to Pexels and just compare how bright the images look. The screen, normally, I mean, the nits are higher on the S24 Ultra. I notice also that the white there's a slight yellowish tint to the white on the Z Fold, whereas the S24 Ultra is a bit, I would say, more, looks a bit more white to me, to the eye. So let's open up some pictures here just to get a feel of how bright they are. So this is on the S24. I'm going to bring both of them close. These are both right now in max brightness. I think overall it won't be that much of a major, I don't see like a major difference between the brightness, although the S24 is, I believe, brighter. But yeah, so this is just to kind of give you an indication in terms of how bright the screens can be. And you can also appreciate the width difference here once again in terms of how much of an image will you see compared to the resolutions. Here, you have a quad HD right now. This is what I've set the S24 in, whereas this is, I believe, much lower. I don't know exactly what the resolution is on the Z Fold on the main screen here, but it's definitely less than quad HD. So this is how the screen looks like in direct sunlight. The sun is quite strong right now, and right now I'm on full brightness on the Z Fold 7, and you can see how readable it is, and it looks absolutely fine to me. I have no issues whatsoever to be reading or having any issues reading whatsoever. So here you go. So you can see that it is quite clear. We can very easily see. Once again, right now I'm in vivid mode here on the Z Fold and full brightness. Let's compare this with the S24 Ultra. So now I'm going to show you how the screen brightness to compare with the Z Fold 7 and the S24 Ultra in direct sunlight. This is how bright the S24 gets, and you can see that it is perfectly capable to give you a nice bright image even in direct sunlight. All right, guys, I hope this provided some information. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.